Hey, Gamma. How are you? Fancy meeting you here. Hello, hello, hello. Woohoo. I got a couple of things to talk about that been going on over here on my side of town. But it's good to see you too. It is so good to see you in the building. Um, I'm doing I could say pretty much everything about me right now is like I don't feel sick on my stomach. No, none of that stuff right there. But I have had an up and down battle this past week. And as soon as I feel good, then tomorrow is round 18. So but I can say right now I feel pretty good right now. The only thing is I'm having a lot of issues with my legs. That it's kind of keeping me in a place of where I'm just laying down all day long because that's the only way that I can keep the swelling um out of them, and they hurt so bad anyways to move around. But other than that, it's like yeah, other than the leg problems, when I say they really hurt, they really hurt. I don't have good balance. Like when I just try to stand up and I'm just standing in place, it's like I'm falling over to the side. And don't get me wrong, I ain't complaining at all because I still will say this chemo is better than the one that I was on before. So I'm really thankful for what it is that I do have. But if I'm being honest about what's going on with me, um, and how I'm doing, that is the honest truth. But you know, I came I came on because I wanted to talk about a couple of things, why they there, and I know a lot of people be saying that I should ignore um who they think is trolls or who they think are um people that have negative comments, that you shouldn't address any of their comments, you know, stuff like that. Oh, let me see, I missed somebody's Florida life. Are you okay? We gonna go ahead and we gonna um yeah, we just gonna remove that, and then I ain't gonna no, Cameron. Hey, Alora. Hey, pretty brown. How are you, girl? I'm so depressed. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we can get into it in as we go along. Hey, Mount Sparrow. Hey, Alex. Yeah, we just gonna say Alex because I don't want to mess up your name. Do you have cancer? Yes, I do. Um, Armin. But what I was saying was I made a the other day I made a post, and I don't know how many of you understand. I know there's a lot of people that follow me that has been through cancer and going through cancer currently, and God bless you all for going through that situation. Um but I was posting because sometimes symptoms that you have from whatever you going through, they I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes the symptoms that I have can also make me feel an anxiety coming on, if that makes sense to anybody. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, McKinley. Um, and I'll explain what is happening. Okay. So as I wrote on my post-it or whatever, about 2 years ago, I started doing a lot of things to lose weight, and I lost a lot of weight. I lost 130 pounds basically by just doing yard work and doing the things that I want to do out in the yard and everything. And it worked very, very good for me. Um, it was an amazing journey. Well, shortly after I found out, as I continued my journey, I found out that I had cancer. And in my mind, I was thinking, I never want to look sick. You know, some people lose weight or whatever, and it look like sick. It's like sick weight. You can tell like they sick along with it. I didn't want that. I didn't want that part. I'm not ignoring you all in the chat, but right now it's easy for me to get distracted. So I'm gonna tell the story and then we gonna talk. And I usually go back in the chat. So love you all. After losing all of that weight, I it wasn't too long before I found out that I had cancer. And like I said, I didn't want to experience that the sick loss of weight. You know, some people you can tell that they sick when they lose weight, or it just like it's not natural or something. I don't know what you call it. I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm just explaining it the best way I can. So when I first found out that I had cancer, which is February on Valentine's Day of this year, that I found out that I had cancer. Um, the chemo that they put me on, I started losing at least 5 pounds every week. So I was scared about that. I was talking to the doctor about it. Yeah, I want to lose more weight, but this ain't where. And I was like literally telling God, I was like, this got to be a joke. I said I wanted to lose more weight, but I didn't want to do it this way right here. Okay, that cancer treatment, the chemo was not helping me to shrink the cancer. It actually allowed it to spread more. So they put me on another chemo regimen. And this chemo regimen, and again, I don't know a whole lot about anything. All I know, it come with a lot of steroids. Through taking these steroids, I am gaining weight. It started to be a concern of mine. So I started to talk to my doctor about it. My doctor said he didn't want me to be concerned about the weight because that can be an up and down thing dealing with cancer. And so I did what I had to do to work it out. So anyways, the other I with the past 4 appointments that I've been through, I've been gaining weight. It's not significant weight, but it is significant weight when you done the work to get rid of the weight that you've had, right? So, um, but my doctor's still saying quality of life, not quantity. So stop paying attention to all of that stuff. Just go ahead, live your life, enjoy your life. Don't worry about it. So I started talking to myself and getting into that. So, anyways, here we go. Day before yesterday, because my legs keep swelling. Of course, I don't have anything else to do but just lay here and think about all of the different things that keep happening to me every time that I go to chemo. It's always something. So when you get those things to pile up on you like that, then it starts to get irritating. So now I'm dealing with the acne. I've never, if you all can see, I got all of these spots in my face right now at this moment, which I'm trying not to even worry about that. But every time I go to chemo and I come, ev- okay, so like I went last Monday, came back, and now I'll go back again tomorrow. By tomorrow my face will start to break out, leaving more spots on my face. I got over that and I'm like, okay, I don't care about that no more. It's spots. I ain't looking for nobody. I'm married. I don't care. I'm just chalk it up. If I don't have clear skin anymore, I just don't have clear skin anymore. And it not only happen on my face, but it happens on my chest and my back, and sometimes on my head. So okay, we ain't gonna worry about that. Then the next thing that I gotta worry about is I'm starting to feel the weight gain. So your body starts to feel like tightness. Like, so then the next thing is, and it's not even really weight gain. My body is retaining water. So if anybody know what it feels like for your body to retain fluids, um it's there starts to be a tightening in your body. So with that tightening being in my body, it is irritating. On top of that, my legs are staying swollen, and it's like my knees right above my knees is so painful um that I haven't been able to do a whole lot of walking. And so it's getting irritating. And with all of those things that's coming together, I started to have like an anxiety, and I posted a video about it. Now, do I have medications to handle that anxiety? Absolutely, I do. If I could just, I'm gonna just grab it for y'all right quick, and I'm gonna only show y'all just the medicines I'm willing to deal with, right? In this bag, right? I ain't gonna slow it down because I ain't trying to let everybody be nosy and see what's all in the bag. But look how big this bag is, right? And I have, this is not, trust me, I got another bag that's about the same amount of it, but that bag is full of medicines that I keep getting from the doctor, and I'm like, hell no. No, I just can't do all the medicines. It's just like I just finished watching The Lead Attorney not too long ago, and it was so funny to hear him say that they give you one bag of medicine, say that bag of medicine gonna have you straight right there, but then they got to give you another bag of medicine to take care of the side effects that come from the medicines that you had in the first bag. So I just, it's not funny, but what you gonna do? Cry about it all the time? And so it's just like I'm gonna just do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna pick and choose and take the ones that's really helping me with what it is that I'm dealing with. So yes, I do have a prescription that I can take to take away the anxiety. But what I'm doing is I'm talking about the journey that I'm on while I'm going here. Now, when I posted that video, somebody wrote up under the video the first thing that I need to work on. The first thing is that they can see that I'm gaining weight, and I need to work on that. And I was like, uh, oh. And to be honest with you all, when I see something like that, and even though like some of y'all be like, oh, you so nice and you so sweet, I'm telling you, there's a side of me still that people don't understand, is that when I see something like that, I'll be like, bitch, no, you didn't. For real, for real. I still have flesh upon me. I still have anger that's on the inside of me. And people will act like you don't have stuff that you be dealing with because you just nice all the time. And I'm not nice all the time. People often take my kindness for weakness. And then I sometimes, which it can be a crazy thing, I'll let it sit there and I'll let it build up, and before you know it, you'll be like, Tashana, you going off like that right there, and it ain't even necessary, and it's because I don't let it pile up on me or whatever. But anyways, I also too try to give people grace because it's happened to me before. I've been here on I've been here on YouTube before, and I've went into somebody's video and I assumed something was happening this one way or that way because I had been in there before. But when you miss some time in between, you can miss a whole lot. Um, you can miss a whole lot in between you being gone from off of YouTube for 3 and 4 months, and then you come back to somebody's chat or somebody's channel or whatever, and you ain't been there in a long time, right? So when this person wrote up under my thing that I need to work on losing weight, I already told y'all what my first reaction was I wanted to eat her alive in the chat. But then, you got that the angel over here on this side, and then you got the devil over here on this side. And you know, the devil always try to be the loudest one. Eat up, eat up, eat up. And I'm thinking to myself, is like, no, I want to, but is what she really said is like the worst thing ever in the world. Do I view it as disrespectful? Yes, I do view it as disrespectful and unwarranted. And I'm like, I don't even know how a person come up with that comment being the video that it was that I put out. It's like, I don't know how you got that out of that right there. But anyways, I understand that you can be in somebody's chat one day and then not be in there for 3 or 4 months, and then you come back and you don't know what the hell you talking about, which is what this person did, right? So she said the last time she came to my page that I was talking about a rotten relative of mine. I don't have any rotten relatives because they don't rot on the in the fruit bowl like fruit and stuff do. Do I have relatives that do stupid stuff sometimes? I don't think about what it is they doing, or absolutely, or just don't care. And they're not. That's the thing, the things that I'm talking about. And yeah, those two, I know how to move around them and don't fool with them like I used to no more. And it just is what it is. But that's what she said. Oh, I used to be on come to your page a while back when you was talking about a rotten relative of yours that I don't that I don't have. And I was smaller then. Well, I'm pretty sure when you saw me then too, you saw that I probably had a head full of hair. And then all of a sudden you came back and I'm Mr. Clean. Not Mr. Clean. Let me straighten that up. I don't have any hair. And a dead giveaway is I don't have no eyebrows either. You literally have to be blind not to see that my features have changed from when you were on my page 3 or 4 months ago versus where I am right now. And it's been a long time since I came on here and talked about any rotten relatives. So I know you don't think that people just stay in the same place and spin their wheel forever in a day. Like something doesn't switch up. And the more I'm talking about it now, the more I think about the comment still did not make any sense. But anyways, I gave this person grace, which we all deserve at some point. We all deserve grace at some point. I'm not saying that this person deserved grace. Because the more and more I think about it now, for me, I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But don't think that doubt can get you trampled over. Because it can. I smile all the time and I try to be nice to everybody. But somebody taught me a long time ago that nice don't get you nowhere. So I'm very cautious of when I'm being nice to people and they take it for my weakness, because It ain't no weakness. I done been through too much stuff in my life for me to be weak. I'm not weak by a long shot. I'm going through some stuff, but I ain't weak by a long shot. The stuff I've been through in my life, you can't be my age and work through those things and be weak at the same time. The two of them don't make no sense together. They don't make no sense. So the way I decided to deal with it was just to say, we all got some things that we want to work on. But if you think you can come through and tell me about how big I am, I get up and I look at me every single day. I know what size I am. I get up and look at me every day. I know I ain't got no hair on my head. I got my son to cut it off on video on here. I know I got missing teeth in my mouth. I know I got a big nose and I love everything about it. I love everything about my smile. There's nothing that nobody can come on here and say. And I seen in your thing, and I want to let you know that this person did apologize too. Grateful because some people say things and they never come back and apologize for it. They meant what they said. They was trying to hurt you or whatever. And she said that she wasn't trying to hurt me. Mm, even in saying your apologies and saying you never meant to hurt me, that was a stretch. Plenty of people done came on here before and told me, and I'm telling you that it did not hurt me because it's a lot of people done came on when I've been out in the garden before and said that I'm fat and I need to lose weight or whatever. And I would say to them, you're absolutely right. I'm still working on that. I've been making videos about me being whatever size that I've been forever and a day. I done posted the pictures of what size I used to be and where I am now. It, baby, you can't hurt me with that. So there was no hurt when it came to that, but just understand that we all got things that we need to work on, and I try to have understanding of that. And then people saying don't address the haters and stuff. Sometimes it ain't, if you ain't addressing hate, then what is there to address? Just people being nice to you all the time? I'm gonna address both of them, but I'm gonna give more weight to, I'm going to, they say whatever, you participate in or whatever, you feed into that. A lot of people can learn a lot of things. I done been in the midst of a mess and I can learn a whole heck of a lot out of the midst of a mess. It's all about where your mentality is when you sitting in the midst of it. Is you can if you coming to pick up the mess or is you coming to pick up the message? It's all about how um you look at it, you know. So um I'm not offended that somebody said that I need to work on my weight. I'm not offended, and whew, I'm a long ways from being hurt. Can you imagine me being hurt by somebody telling me that I need to lose some weight and I got cancer? The hell I'm worried about weight for and I got cancer. That's crazy. So no, I wasn't hurt by that. I just thought that it was like it didn't make any sense with what I posted for you to come back and say that that's what I need to work on. So yeah, I wanted to come on and talk about that. And I'm so shocked that people still so excited that quarter of the day every hand you have shook has a boy, y'all it for me it's like grown folks are the things they decide to say, like they ain't never experienced anything in their life before. So it's like every chance, like these the supposed to be grown people that be on here, the stuff that they be talking about, you be like, they gotta be children. It got to be. I'm confusing the grown folks with the children. I got to be because some of the stuff they be talking about, honey, you must ain't never had none, seen nothing, whatever it may be in your life for you to be saying the things that you be saying. Um, Rejoice. It's the first of the month. Stamps reload. You gonna give me some, Nick? Um, no worries. Stay strong, sis. Much love. Thank you very much. I am definitely going to try and um try and do that. That's what I'm working on. But you know, sometimes you be going through stuff. People think they be tearing you down, and they try to tear you down at the worst of time. And I'm gonna tell you just like this: when you try and tear me down, it already been prayed. Return to sender. Where you think it's gonna hit me, it ain't gonna hit me. It's gonna hit you, and very very soon. Not later on down the line. Right back at you. Put it back in the mail and shoot it right back to you express. Get well soon in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Patricia. Um, my sister. You say 5 pounds. It there's been weeks that you can go to chemo, and according to how chemo treats you, right? You can go to chemo, come home with diarrhea, vomiting, and you don't gain you all you do the all week is lose weight because you can't keep nothing down on your stomach. That's how my situation started out. I spent every single time that I went to chemo, I would be able to go home from chemo, but at least 2 days later, I would end up in the hospital with every single session because I couldn't handle it. And along with that comes you ain't gaining no weight. You dehydrated. The only thing you getting is when you go in the hospital. Cause a lot of times they can't even stop you from throwing up. They giving you medicine. You got medicines, several different kind of medicines in this bag. And sometimes they don't work to prevent you from vomiting. And so it's like you putting something on your stomach and then it's coming right back up. And there's nothing that you can do about it. And so I just ended up in the hospital. And the only reason that I switched from that chemo to the one that I'm on right now is because I couldn't stay out of the hospital. And then when they did the CT scan, it came back that my cancer had spread. So not only is it 5 pounds that you can lose in a week, it can sometimes be 10 pounds. And I hope there's not ones that's thinking, wow, that's a good way to lose weight. Because cancer can be you trying to lose weight and you trying to deal with cancer can live you can lose your life at the same way. So yes, it can work the other way too. You can be on the one which I'm on one now. The other one, I wasn't losing my hair like that quickly. It was coming out, but it wasn't moving. It didn't come out like it did because I lost my hair in 20 days. In the matter of 20 days, I lost all hair on my entire body in 20 days after starting this chemo. But I didn't have all of the sickness and stuff that I have. Um, but with this one, the I'm retaining water weight. I'm retaining water. So when I go, and then another thing is because of the pain that I'm in. Like everything is like a side effect. So I'm retaining fluids and my knees are hurting very bad. So I'm also using the prescriptions. And I try not to call out like the names of some of the prescriptions because I don't know if like you will get flagged or whatever for saying some of those names. But there are certain prescriptions that there are pain meds that you can take and they don't allow you to use the bathroom. So just like everything else with a side effect, you got to take something to make that side to take away that side effect. And all the time I'm just not willing to be taking all of these different things and everything. And so in some ways I'm hard headed and I don't do the things that I'm supposed to do. But in other ways there's things that I just can't prevent from happening. And with every chemo that you on, there is going to be steroids that come along with it. So there's nothing that I can do about those things. So in this case, I lose some things that was I thought was gonna be hard to lose, which my hair was one of my things because I never been without hair on my head in my life like that. Um and it was hard in the beginning, but it got very easy after I went ahead and did the thing. But losing like my mobility is not completely gone, but it is hard getting up and moving around and feeling the tightness that's in your leg, and the pain that's in my legs is another thing. So point blank period with chemotherapy, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So you have to take the good with the bad and move along through it the best that you know how to. But it can be a up and down battle. Where it comes to, I seen somebody say it too in the comments that they've never seen somebody gain weight on chemo. Well, I it's a couple of people I know with the fluid retention, that's been on it. So yeah, it's all different kinds of things. Please stay strong in the name of Jesus. Yep. Thank you very much for that. Hey, Manuel. I just trying a happy Sunday. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Sending you prayers and healing. Thank you very much for that. I have sickle cell disease. Now I know a little bit about that, and I know like that's like a painful one to go through too as well, with sickle cell. Just it's so many things that is painful out here, and people have no idea of what it's like to go through it. Even with the sickle cell thing, I seen that the lady that was with her kids that had got jumped by those kids and stuff. A lot of people saying that they beat up a pregnant lady. That lady was not pregnant. That's one of the side effects that comes from having sickle cell, is that your stomach swell up and everything. But she is not pregnant. But I see a lot of people saying that. That's like that's another thing that I deem like, you just assume because you look at somebody and you see they got a big stomach and you assume that they pregnant or whatever, and you just don't never know what they going through. But that's society for you. So people are so insensitive and stupid at times. Absolutely, they are. And then if you call them ignorant, which it is, it's an ignorance. You don't know what you're talking about, so it is an ignorance. Have I been ignorant before? Absolutely, I have. But have I been ignorant in that way? You just go, never in a million years would I go to somebody's page. I don't care what size they is. I'm never gonna go to nobody's page and say what you need to work on is losing weight. Now, if a person open themselves up for that conversation, for them to say, for somebody to say, what if that content creator said, can you tell me what I need to work on? Now you open the door for somebody to stick their foot out and step through it and then give you that kind of information. You asked for that. It ain't now time that I came over here and I asked nobody, what do you think it is that I need to work on? Because frankly, I don't give a damn what you think I need to work on. And that's just facts. I really don't think about what people on here think that I need to work on. I don't. Because if I can't wake up every day of my own self and know or search myself for the things that I need to work on, YouTube definitely ain't gonna do it. Yeah. So I'm not gonna ask nobody on here what it is that you think I can work on, because on YouTube, anybody can be anybody who they want to. They can pretend to be what they want to be all day long. So you don't even know what you looking at to first tell somebody what it is that they need to work on. Cause you don't know who you dealing with. When I came on here and I said that I was diagnosed with cancer, because there had been another girl, what her name was, Amanda or something. They call her Scamanda. Y'all can go and look up her story. That girl literally went somewhere. I went and watched it. Made me sick to my stomach. This girl went and pretended, scam people out of all kinds of money and everything, to say, with her saying that she got cancer, and she ain't have no cancer or no nothing. She just wanted the people's money, and she was getting it. She was getting all kinds of gifts and all kind of stuff. So, and then because of the stupidness that she did, then somebody on here assumed that I was doing the same thing. Honey, I ain't even trying to get it that way, because there I would never, I would never go nowhere to make sure that I was a naked mole rat to shave off every piece of hair on my body, to come on here and say to some people that don't even know me that I got cancer for a scam. No, I ain't claiming nothing like that no ways anyway. By no means of the imagination. I'm not. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I got enough kids that I done raised to play with them than to be playing with some junk like that. I ain't got time. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Or sometimes you don't win nothing. This um this a thing looking dirty thumb. Hmm. Yeah, let me get rid of you. I don't know Jesus with Down syndrome. So um hey Lebe. Um hey Patricia. Sorry sister, every pill you have taken is a trial and it has side effects. Facts. The right doctor will ask God for the right doctor will ask God for. He will send you the right one. I pray that you are sending a doctor of all doctors. Patricia, you better believe it. I listen, there's been some times that I done forgot along the way or whatever, but I know how to go back and backtrack and get it right with the quickness. Demon Bunny. I ain't gonna even answer because you look like, well, whoever that is. Yeah, I know. Y'all and y'all who I look like or whatever. You ain't gonna get me. Thank you, Stargazer. Thank you so much for the flower and the floating hearts. I really appreciate you for that. Um, dang, you got gold in your grill, auntie. You're all good. God and His Son Jesus Christ love you. Thank you, Carl. Um, yeah, some just go up. I'm sorry to hear that you have cancer. I'm new to your channel. Can you share more about your cancer experience? Um, Dolly, I'm willing to answer any question, but um to start it off, I would say to you that back on February 14th of this year, I was going, well, prior to February 14th of this year, I was going back and forth into the hospital having issues with my pancreas. And what it was I was diagnosed with pancreatitis. But after going in the hospital like 2 or 3 times, um it was just like it would come back, and I would get out of the hospital and be out the hospital for like 4 days, and my numbers would be rising back up and I would be back in pain again. And being honest, how they found out was the doctor was getting ready to send me home from the hospital once again. But I had been on all of these medications that should not have allowed me to have a bowel movement. Um, and so before I was getting ready to leave the hospital, the doctor was like, before you leave the hospital, we need to make sure that you're able to have a bowel movement. And I was asking him, well, what is it he trying to give to me? I say, because it's coming out like water. And he was like, coming out like water. He was like, well, wait a minute. He was like, you ain't gonna be able to go home tomorrow. We're gonna need to do some more tests because of the medicines that they were giving me. That should not have been something that was able to happen. Um, and again, I'm not saying those medicines because I don't know, how you two do it, and they want to strike you for every little thing that you say, but they are medications that do not allow you to use the bathroom. They lock you up. So, um, with my doctor getting that information from me, made him do more tests, and I had a MRI done. And when that MRI done, they thought what they saw was necrosis of the neck of my pancreas. And they wanted to do what they were going to do. They were sending me to another hospital to have my pancreas cleaned and possibly put a stent in it and remove the necrosis. And if you don't know what necrosis is, it's something that a certain part of your body has essentially died. Um so I went into that other hospital, and I have a video recording of myself and every day. One of these days I'm going to uh show it. But I went into the hospital. I had peace. I wasn't scared. I was ready to go and get this situation taken care of, and go on about my business. And what it was going to start out is endoscopy, where they go down into your esophagus and put a camera down, and other tools can go with it or whatever. And when I went in for that, I went in with carnations and cards that people were giving me when I came in through the hospital and everything. And I went in for one thing, and then when after the procedure was over, I woke up to the information. It seems like when you wake up from anesthesia, you ain't all there. I literally was waking up on my way with them wheeling me back to the recovery room. And I feel like soon as they put the bed in position, the doctor came in, didn't give me time to like wake up all the way or anything. And it's like he couldn't wait to tell me that I had cancer. I had pancreatic cancer. And it was like my mind couldn't even register like what he was saying to me. It was like a nightmare. And I literally had to get my sister on the phone and let my sister listen to what it is that he was saying. And because my sister just she couldn't even say anything. She just kept saying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And her saying that made me start crying because I knew it was something bad. So, that is how I found out that I had cancer, and then everything from that point just moved really fast. So that happened, that procedure, the endoscopy, and me being diagnosed with cancer was on Valentine's Day 2025. And from that, everything just moved very, very fast. When they talked about they gonna put right here in this place, I got a port put in my chest. And when I got the port put in my chest, it's like my mind couldn't even wrap itself around what is happening to me at this time. I'm just very, very nervous. And because I used to be a driver for people that was disabled and people that did dialysis and stuff like that, the only thing that I knew about a port was like the ports that be on the outside of the body and stuff like that. That's the only ones that I had ever seen. So them saying that they wanted to put a port inside um sent me for a tailspin, because I didn't understand that there are several different kinds of ports. It made me absolutely sad, and I cried, and no doctor took any time. They treated me like I understood everything that they were saying to me, almost like I done had cancer before, I done been down this journey before, or whatever. That's how I feel like I was treated. um I didn't understand anything, and so they scheduled me. I diagnosed on February 14th. They want to put they scheduled to put the port in on I think like the 28th or the 29th or something like that. Then they ended up calling me one day out the blue. We want you to come in tomorrow. And this literally how they be treating you. Don't think you're gonna get no special treatment from no doctor, no nothing like that. If you get what they want you to come in with, you come in real quick so they can get this money. They can do this right here. That's what it feel like, if I'm being honest with you. Come on in here and let us go ahead and do X, Y, and Z to you so we can get this, so we can get this money. It's like everything is about let me get this money. Now you will run into people that will sit down and take the time and treat you as if you ain't being rushed through whatever it is that they going through to get to whatever. So um, but I got a call. This was supposed to take place either on the 28th or the 29th. And then the doctor called me and it was like, hey, we need you to come in tomorrow. We need you to come in tomorrow. And, not even thinking I got kids. And of course, I could have thought to myself, but I wasn't thinking that no, I'm not coming in on that day because I haven't done the things that I wanted to do. It's like everything was just coming so fast, so I just felt like I just had to do it. So it's like they called me and it's like, hey, can you come in tomorrow so we can go ahead and put the port in? And so it's like I went in on the 25th, had the surgery to put the port in, and 3 days later I was going through chemo. So I got the port put in on the 25th of February, and by the 29th of February I was sitting in the chair receiving chemo. So that is part of my experience. So Robert says try ivermectin, sweetie. No ivermectin. And I'll say I kind of like people to come in and put things in my chat. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to follow through with those things, because I pray about my journey, and wherever God lead me, that's the journey that I'm gonna go down on. I ain't gonna just be out here doing no any and everything. But just because my journey is what my journey is, don't mean somebody else's journey ain't out seeking and going over information. And the fact that they put ivermectin here in the chat, everything somebody put in my chat, I go to my doctor and I ask them about it all. Um, because I want to know. I don't know anything about any of this stuff. Me, I try and leave all of that, going out and Googling all of this and all of that, and because that stuff get down in my spirit, and before you know it, I can't get no sleep at nighttime. Every side effect that I'm thinking of, I'm wondering, oh, do I got that side effect from this? Do I got that side effect from that? I ain't got time for none of that stuff right there. So I'm telling you, I don't be going out Googling like everything, trying to read up on about every single thing that it is. It's too much. It's too much. With the packet of paper that they give you just for you to go and do the for you to do like the intakes for you to learn from it. There ain't no way in hell that you can read all of that stuff. You get like a packet of papers like this right here. It's a dictionary you got to read before to learn all of that stuff. So it's like they just taking you in there just to like learn the gist of um for you just to learn the gist of the small things that's happening. Hell, you catch hell trying to learn just the name of the concoctions that they put together to make your chemo. You can't even say those words right. And then you got on top of that, you got to try and remember all of the stuff that they say you can't, you stuff you've been doing every day of your life. If you get up and you floss your teeth every day, who would have thought that because you got you going through cancer, you can't floss your teeth anymore? You can't take a toothpick and dig in your teeth no more with a toothpick. Something you do on a day-to-day basis. You can't brush your teeth with certain kind of toothpaste. You can't brush your teeth with peroxide and baking soda. That's what I like. You can still do the baking soda, but you can't do the peroxide. You can't have that in your toothpaste either. It's like your world has been changed around. So yes, it sounds scary, it is scary, and it is challenging to go through this stuff. Hey, Korean. Hey, boo. Do you love God? Brantley Slayton. Absolutely, I do. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing your experience. No problem, Dolly. Questions are welcome over here. Um, Inflammation is real. Absolutely. Now, it's some things about the inflammation that I do when people tell me about that stuff, I'm going to look it up. But then too, everything that somebody tell you about inflammation, you can't necessarily do it because there are certain things that your doctor will tell you to stay away from. Now, my one doctor before the doctor that I had now told me that I couldn't do none of the stuff like um like I have a lot of fruit trees and stuff. Like I have mango trees. Mango leaves have certain medicinal uh what you want to say, they have certain medicinal values to them, um as far as like boiling the leaves and making tea out of them and stuff like that. I also have a soursop tree here. Now, my first doctor told me no soursop, no anything like that, because I am on an aggressive chemo. Now, this doctor right here, at first I was like, I ain't gonna even tell him that I'm gonna be drinking soursop. I'm just continue to drink my soursop. And then I was just like, well, what I'm hiding it from him for? I'm grown. If I decide that I'm gonna do it, then he can't stop me from doing it. I'm a full grown adult. But anyways, when I talked to him about it, he was all for it. He was like, yeah, drink your soursop tea. He said, I heard that it have great values, behind it. He was like, but the studies haven't been completed, whatever. He said, but I heard that they can add great things to it. He say, go ahead and drink it up. So, you know, I'm, like I said, learning along the way. God bless you. Thank you, Mary. Keep fighting. You got this. In my mind, I really do. And with all honesty, I really believe that I have this. I believe that cancer is not going to take me out. Even though I have that belief, it doesn't take away. You have up and down days. You still gonna go through some stuff before you get there. Do I think there's a purpose in what it is that I'm going through? Absolutely, I do. And I have to keep walking through the task to discover what that purpose is. And so, you know, I'm here now. I'm at um round 18 tomorrow of chemo. So I'm going to eventually learn what the purpose is in this. God bless you, sister. Thank you to Ty the Clockers. I think I said it right. Pray a lot, be intimate with the Lord and confess him your sins. Already done. Already done. But thank you for that reminder. Nah, I don't make negative comments. I will click off first. Yeah, it ain't no purpose. Like, it's crazy just to go to somebody and just say something like off the wall like that. Also check out Dr. Bobby Price. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I gotta see who I couldn't see who that was. Or he got some valuable information. Thank you for that information, and hopefully, anybody else that's in here that's going through some of the same things that I'm going through. I like for people to come through and possibly get information that they didn't have before, that can, help them along in their journey too. Because like I said, my journey ain't none of their journey and their journey ain't none of mine. But can we get encouragement and information from each other? Absolutely we can. Um, some people try to break people down to build themselves up. I'm with you. I don't give a damn to what people say about me, period. Dolores Macklin, absolutely right. People come through and try to break you, break you. Let me tell you something. If I haven't listen, what I say, thank you so much for that heart. My stories are on here. If the stuff that I've already been through ain't broke me yet, ain't nobody on here gonna break me. Ain't nobody on here gonna break me with nothing that I'm going through. Hell, I'm at cancer right now. I'm at cancer right now. And the stories that I started out telling y'all on here is about me being violated as a child several times over. I've been kidnapped. And somebody think they finna break me by calling me by names, telling me that I'm fat. It ain't working. It ain't working. Yeah, it ain't working. Yeah. And if that's what your aim is, anyways, is to break somebody on here, what happens if you do break them? And God says it's better to tie a millstone around your neck than to mess with one of my least ones. And what you actually was trying to do, you succeeded in it. But then there's a price for you to pay. Go ahead and break me. But I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Same here. I wouldn't speak that over myself. Too risky. And people may not give. Yeah, I don't. Hey, Petite Delight. Um, I don't see any worth in going and pretend. I think the last time I pretended was when I was probably like 12 years old. I don't remember pretending a lot. And in my life, I really never figured out a reason for me to pretend because um whether I pretended or it was real, nobody ain't one paying attention to what was going on with me. Is like I nobody cared, so it wasn't nothing. It was just better for me to just keep it to myself and go on about my business and leave it between me and God. That's just the way that it was. So I didn't find no real reason in pretending about know anything, and I damn sure ain't finna go and pretend that I got no kind of cancer and no kind of sickness, no nothing to come on here and entertain nobody on a Facebook. I to me, I almost feel like she did all of that pretending and stuff that she did, and there's so much going on in this world today. What if she actually do end up experiencing an experience with cancer? And I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Let me tell you something. Somebody can listen when I tell you I done been through some stuff in my life. And I wouldn't wish cancer on none of those people. I wouldn't. I would not. Wouldn't wish it on them. I just wouldn't. And let alone to pretend like you have cancer. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, ma'am. Zoe, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, ma'am, how are you? New to your channel. Hope all is well. Um, to bless you with gifts. Thank you, Nana May. Thank you very much. Are you seeing my messages? Yes, I'm just getting to them now. I said that oh, thank you, Nana May. Then it was you that was sending the 100. I said that I couldn't see who had I couldn't see the name with it as they was flashing across the screen, but I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Holding your hand in spirit. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you very, very much. And I really do. Listen. Every message that somebody put, I don't care how many times that is put over and over again. The people that's been following me for a while know that my thing is everybody who's saying God bless me, that they praying for me. Always, even if I don't say it back, my words are always tenfold to you. Anything that you asking God for me, even if it's just for him to bless me, I ask that he give it back to you 10 times what it is that you gave that you asked him for me in his son's Jesus name. And that's on every time somebody says it, type it in my chat, whatever, so forth and so on. That's always my thing. Cause you don't have to do it. And I really do appreciate you all. I literally feel like after it's been said to me 150 times over that somebody praying for me, honey, I take them prayers with me because nobody don't know how beat down I feel sometimes when I go in chemo and I come out of there. Sometimes I go into chemo, I'm scared. I've had some scared things happen to me going through chemo, and so sometimes I feel like I need those prayers walking through those doors because I don't want those same things that happened to me before, regardless of the prayers that I've prayed over myself. I'm not so strong that I feel like I don't need nobody to pray for me. And I know some people be saying sometimes you don't need people to pray for you because they don't pray for you well. Well, you heard what I said. I ask God that whatever you ask him for me, may he give it back to you 10 times what it is that you asked for from me. So if you want to pray bad prayers, then God speedy give it back to you 10 times what you asked for from me. But if it's good that you asking for, may he bless you 10 times what it is that you asked him for me in his son Jesus name. And I mean that it with every fiber of my being. Thank you, Sean. That's sad. I'm sorry you've had to go through this. And Sean Hairline, I always say that um I feel like had I not been through the things that I've been through before in my life, there's no way that I would be prepared for what this is right now. It's like for me, I always explain is that if you're a person that you go to the gym every day and you go in there for 2 years, you've been lifting 30 pounds. You're not being challenged. There is no challenging you lifting those 30 pounds after you've been doing it for 2 or 3 years. That's just real. You ain't getting nothing out of that. You getting your little workout on, but it ain't no challenge to you. Now, if you go in the gym and you pick up 60-pound weights after you done been doing 30 pounds all of this time, now you got another challenge because you ain't been doing that before. That's a different level. There's levels to everything that you going through. If I done been kidnapped, I done been essayed, everything, you just think about it. Um, Cancer is like my weight that's been put on my barbells. And the same thing, the same way that I've made it through all of those things. And none of them have been easy. None of them. My stories are here. I'm sharing with you all on here. The heartache and the pain, me waking up, having these nightmares, this stuff bothering me because I'm protecting the people that didn't protect me. All of that is on here. It wasn't easy. The same way, if you went into the gym on that first day, you going to be huffing and puffing like a big dog. But when you finish your workout for the day and you go to get in your car and go home from the gym, it ain't no better smile of pride that you taking yourself because you made it through that day. Even if you don't feel like going back to the gym the next day, you can walk in the gym feeling one way and you can walk out feeling a different way. But when you succeed at what it is that you was trying to do, ain't nothing like it. And see, that's me. Where I was supposed to crash and burn and I was supposed to take me out, nigga, I made it. I made it. I'm here. It didn't take me out. It didn't take me out. All right, no problem. Love you. It didn't take me out. I'm here. So go in your gym and let your extra weight be added on because whatever you went through, they say what don't take you out make you stronger. And so had I not been through the things that I had been through prior to this, I don't think I could have made it. I don't think I could have made it. So there's times like it's crazy to hear somebody, I'm thankful for the stuff that came and I wish it wouldn't have happened. But I'm thankful for the things that came before because the things that came after it could have took me out. But it didn't. It ain't take me out. I'm still here. So I'm telling you, you trying to come through and break me, it gonna have to be something bigger than fat. It's gonna have to be something bigger than you look like Fester. It gonna have to be something bigger than you ugly for you to break me. It gonna have to be something bigger than that. That's all I gotta say. Hey TT, how you doing? I'm really rooting and praying for you. I'm gonna make it, Petite Delight. I'm gonna make it. Yes, ma'am. You gonna see me make it through. You gonna see me ring the bell. You gonna see me say, the cancer shrunk. I don't care what it is that I gotta go through to get there. It's I'm going. Victory is mine. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna happen. Absolutely. See, I ain't even finished reading your statement, Petite. But you will get good news soon. I believe you. Every time you say it. And I done seen you say it several times. I've read it that you said it several times. I believe you. I believe you. Um, every time that you say it, it add on to already what I'm saying to myself. That I'm gonna make it. I just believe that. Um, well, Falcon Falcon talk told the truth. Yeah, TTA out on Falcon Talk. Let me see what else he said. That's because there is decades and decades of um litigation of people trying to find loopholes. Um yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, Falcon Talk my mods in here to basically keep us not getting knocked down or whatever. Put your words in there, but misspell them or something like that. um but you spoke facts. You got this, ma'am. Thank you, Neo Neominati. I think has your doctor prescribed. Nah, there you go with that. Somebody saying something about 6 7. If anyways, have you reached out to your Dr. Sebi Foundation? Reached out to the Dr. Sebi Foundation? No, I've never reached out to them before. What people have to understand is they cannot legally tell you about natural stuff. They have to sell the synthetic or they can lose their license. That's what I call Olden King. I call them they used to have that the song I'm your what they call it, I'm your pusher. They talk about that in the streets, but really now that it's no longer it's not really like a street thing like that anymore. It's happening in you got to pay your doctors and stuff regardless of whether they push you anything or whatever, but they're the real pushers to it right now. And I'm going to say too that in this situation, I'm not talking about the doctor that I have right now. I have a doctor that literally when he sit down in the chair, he doesn't sit down and face the wall and look at his computer and stuff like some of these doctors do. My doctor sit down in a chair, he turned face to face with me, asked me after he done said everything that he need to say to me, he asked me any questions. He asked me double, sometimes triple times, am I sure that I don't have anything to ask him? Because these days we got some robots for doctors and stuff like that now or whatever. And um we can I feel like we like a team, like working together or whatever like that. But he does not discourage me like the other doctor was doing to not use the soursop tree. Now the soursop tree, I knew that the soursop tree was for me because I didn't know anything about a soursop tree. But anybody know that prior to me getting cancer or whatever, gardening is like my favoriteest thing in the world. It's the hardest thing that I had to separate from since I've been going through cancer. And the only thing that I cuz it really ain't I don't got no energy to fight to get out there like it was before. But um one of my supporters bought me a soursop tree when I ain't know nothing about it. And I was just like, well, let me tell you something. I usually don't be doing no trees and stuff like that. Cause at that point, the only thing I was dealing with was like mango trees. And my daddy, grow mango trees and stuff like that. So I got my first mango tree from him, and then we branched off of that right there. So this supporter came in and bought me like 8 trees. And you know, when you buying trees from a nursery or whatever, this is not no cheap stuff. So we talking around about $1,000 worth of trees. And I'm like, let me get this in writing. Now, if these trees don't make it, you can't be mad at me because I don't know nothing about them. And he was just like, nah, I just want you to do your best with them or whatever. And then if they make it or whatever, I want to be able to get what you call it, air layers from off of them. Okay, then. But so far so good. Everything lived except for I think one plant. Um or whatever, and I ain't even really been able to do anything. But along with those 8 plants that he bought me, um, the soursop tree came. That soursop tree sat out there in my yard for 2 years, and I couldn't even tell you what the hell the name of the plant was. Did not know. Now I go and get diagnosed, and just one day I'm out there by the tree and happen to look down and see what the name of the tree was. And all these people, all these people, and I walked past it one other day, and Growing with Hudson was here in here, and Growing with Hudson was saying, "Girl, you got a soursop tree right there." So she was the one that encouraged me, girl, go out there and get some leaves off your soursop tree and make you some tea with it. And that's how I know that I had the soursop tree. So because that tree was placed in my yard 2 years before I was diagnosed with cancer, I knew that that was going to be a part of um my regimen. So yeah, I do drink soursop tea from time to time, but the other stuff, no. My doctor does not discourage me against it, though. I love it. Um that's something that those two doctors had two different. Okay, Gamma. And the other doctor was trying to argue me down. When I mentioned it to the doctor that I have now, he was just like, now soursop, I have heard about it, and I heard that it has great benefits or whatever. He said, absolutely. Add it to your thing. Go ahead. So I love that about him. Dear self, thank you so much for that clutch. Thank you very, very much. And I told y'all I would eventually get to it, but I'm so behind in the chat. Your smile is so kind. Thank you, Bernard. Dear self, another floating heart. You are so amazing. Thank you so much for that. And again, even when I get things like that, tenfold to you. May God bless you for blessing me 10 times what it is that you blessed me with. Amen. It's not. You will be healed in Jesus' name. Thank you, Mount Sparrow. Every time you say it, I've read it over and over again. Even when you put praying hands in the chat, I know just what it is, and I still say tenfold to you. um, hey, blessed Ed. Ed. Um, you better say that. Hey, Renee's Secret Garden. I didn't even know you was in here, girl. I'm behind in the chat. But yeah, sometimes I get out there on my spiel and it's like I don't know, I ain't even into the chat because I'll get sidetracked with what I'm saying because I love talking to people, and so I'll be trying to go back there and be forgetting what I be saying in there. But how you doing, girl? If you all don't know, you can check out Renee's Secret Garden. She has also been through some of the same things that I have been through. And if you want you a good laugh and great conversations too, you can also go over to It's Gamma's World and check her out. She do game night, and sometimes there are great prizes to go over and play game night. So those people are right here in the chat that you can always go and check them out and subscribe to their channels and have you a good time over there. Sometimes you can just go and sit in the chat and have some good laughs. Renee have good conversations going on over there. with her thing, and it's great seeing Renee in she's in remission if I'm speaking the right thing at this time. So it's so great. It's like her testimony is feeding into me to be able to see that, she is walking in her remission, trying to get her strength back and everything after she's gone through hers. And I think hers was leukemia. My little god sister went through the same thing, just a different kind of cancer. It's the same, just a different situation. My friend quoted you today on his show. Everyone is so creative. You made me so happy, and I hope you know how happy you make people with your humorous spirits. It's a blessing. I don't think I ain't never said that before. Everyone is so creative. That's the other girl that be viewing people's food and stuff like that, especially Mama and Josh with her no seasoning self. Um and she be looking at the stuff and be like, this stuff is super creative, but no, that's it's not me, but that is funny. You can't break me. I've been through too much. Yeah, you can't break me. That's like picking up a piece of rebar, and you just standing there straining, looking like a fool, turning your own face red, getting what you call it, calluses on your hand, trying and trying and trying, and the only thing you doing is breaking your own self, breaking out in the sweat, trying to break me. So, but if that's what your aim to fame is to try to break me, go ahead and break me. And what I can promise you though, there's been plenty of people in my life that's tried to break me. And when I listen, I even have a story on here where somebody went to a root doctor and put roots on me before and tried to break me in that way. Um, I'm telling you, I'm the kind of person that what the devil meant for bad, God turned it around for the good every single time. So if you want to try, go ahead. Go ahead and try. Thank you, T, again for that 100. Thank you very much. This is a cruel and unfriendly world. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. Um, what a sweetheart. Thank you. My daughter-in-law has brain cancer, 30 and two young kids. I pray for you and enjoy your videos. Wow. Thank you very much. And Dee Dee, I will add in your daughter-in-law prayers going out to her. And I also have people that's in this chat that's all the time. Sometimes you will see them when somebody put it in here, you will see a prayer come up in the in the comments. So anytime that you hear or you revisit my page again, feel free. I don't care if you write that in my chat 100 times over, so that the prayer warriors can all pick it up um and run with it. So it would not bother me if you kept writing that over and over again. But God bless you and your daughter-in-law. Hi Marina. Know that that was me that sent the 100 twice. Okay, thank you, Dan. Thank you so much, T. Thank you. Tila Simmons. Thank you so much for that. God bless you. Watching you and trying to understand what someone with cancer goes through. Yeah, and I don't, like I said, I don't have all of the answers. I'm learning as I go through. It's a lot. But if you have a question that I can answer, I'm over here, we are called the high class gardeners. Um, and that means that at all times we try to grow on the inside and on the outside at all times. And sometimes I may not have the answer, but we can learn together. Somebody in the chat may know what we don't know. So we can all ask questions and get amongst each other. And like I said, Renee is ahead of me. She's been through something. She's been through this walk. She's been through some things that I can't even explain. She may be able to explain it. Sometimes I'm explaining things and she is like, girl, now you hit something when you said that one right there, you know. So it's like she understands me without even explaining or saying it or whatever. So maybe you can ask a question and she can know, or you can go and subscribe to her channel and you can ask her channels. We are a community that we learn from each other, and every time we learn from each other, that means we grow from what it is that we learn from each other. So don't be scared to ask your questions about what somebody go through. Some people watch me to thank you, Miss I can't see the whole name, but I, you know, when I get to it, I'll thank you again. Sometimes some of the community is watching because not that they have cancer, they helping take care of somebody or they around somebody that has cancer, so they trying to learn what it is that they going through, because everybody that's going through cancer don't want to talk about what it is that they're going through because they don't want the people around them to feel what it is that you're going through, which is something that I started out with. It's like I didn't really want to talk to my kids about it. I didn't want to say, but it was a lot of things going on here um with my family when I first started out. So I didn't have a choice. I needed to do it. Or my kids could have possibly crashed and burned because of me not having that conversation with them. And now going back and think about it, I'm very grateful, you know, that I did. So, um, you know, we high class gardeners over here, and you know we gonna continue to learn from one another, you know, as long as we willing to share the information. I'm so ready for you to ring that bell. I know I'm going to cry tears of joy. We're gonna be crying together. They, you know, they be in there swearing, they be having a party and whatever, you know. It didn't last. Whenever people ring the bell, I mean, it lasts for about, I don't know, I want to say not even 30 seconds when they do it or whatever. Child, please. I probably bring cupcakes and stuff for everybody, you know, when I get ready to ring the bell. Bring some party trays or something. We is not about to be no regular smuggler when I run up on this bell and ring it. And I probably ring the bell like ain't nobody rung it before. They might get annoyed with me the way I ring the bell. But anyway, but anyways, like who and I'm right now I'm at, and I listen, I'm not even at the halfway mark just yet because I'm at um I'm at tomorrow will be round, oh Lord, here come my memory. Is it tomorrow is round 18? Tomorrow is round 18. And I say that I'm not even halfway yet because halfway is I have to get to a number. I have to then go and get the CT scan to check and see if it's shrinking, for then to have the okay to say that I can get the rest of the cancer removed and then start the 3 months of chemo that I have to take after having the surgery. So that's why I say I'm not halfway there yet. But what I am proud of, my tumor markers are down to 180 when they were used to be 1,500. And normal is between 0 and 36. So I'm still um smiling, and I'm gonna party like a rock star when it's time for me to ring that bell. Yes, I am. And definitely I don't think my face gonna be dry nowhere. By God's stripe you are healed in the name of Jesus. And yes, Tila Simmons, I received that. Thank you. Tenfold back to you. It's never good to wish bad on anyone. That you better say that again. I don't even understand. It don't even make no sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever. Just a channel. God bless. Tashana randomly saw your live stream and headed to bed. Good night. Good night, stranger. Good night. Thank you for coming through. Just a channel. Um, hey, Miss Parker. How you doing, Miss Parker? Hi. Facts. Hey, Jacqueline Charles. That name sound familiar. I know somebody by that name. May not be the same person, but I know somebody named. Thank you for coming through, Jacqueline. Queen, don't cry. Yeah, I know. As you know, from time to time, they come up because I done been through some things. I done been there. Hey, Akasha. Thank you for coming through. If you read this, please pray for her. I know her and her family are devastated for her abuse of drugs, so please pray. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but prayers up to that. Um, Amen. It will definitely gonna make it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, yes, you will. With the world of God, you have a pretty face. Thank you very much, Betty. Most of us here because we love you. Oh, TT, I love you too. I love y'all too. I really do. You are going to make it. Yep, I definitely believe that. Thank you so much for that, TT. Marie, yes, we love you. Stay strong. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Sis, you must live in Florida. How you know? Yeah, I live in Florida. Yeah, I am in Florida. Um, yes, I remember she told you about the benefits in your chat. Um, yeah. Hey Gamma. TT says, "Hey Gamma, you're so beautiful. Thank you, Caitlin. TT, thank you, Tashana. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, it's fun over at Gamma's World. Yeah, Gamma done be playing them games and stuff, and I be sitting in her chat 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why. I don't know why I know all these people that don't sleep at night. I know a lot of people that do not sleep at night, and I'll be sitting right in your chat at nighttime just listening to what you be saying. I'll be right in there eavesdropping. Um, Miss Thickness Hudson, thank you very much. I seen that I you sent the floating heart or something through just not too long ago, but I appreciate you and tenfold to you for that. Um, I know what you going through. I have sickle cell disease. Yep. Wow. Yep. We talked about that a little earlier. Yep. That is so crazy to me. Be careful. Be careful what you ask for. Ken, bro. Yep. Be careful what you ask for. I got a brother named Ken. All these people with these familiar names. I might be talking to the same people. Thank you again for that 100 cent mystic miss. Um hey Johnny Reynolds. You're welcome, Miss Dee Dee. Um Thank you again, Miss Thickness, for the flowing hearts. Again, you all, I appreciate you all so much for the gifts that you are sending to me. I'm very grateful. This is my first time seeing your page. Your sweet smile and kind words have made me want to stay and listen some more. It's nice to meet you. Thank you, Carnell. Karen L. Karen Ellsworth. All right, then. Thank you so much for fellowshipping with us over here. You all that came through and you want to subscribe. We love to communicate over here. If you want to ask a question in the chat, I would pleasantly answer it for you. has having anything to do with this. If you're into gardening and you have any questions, you can go back. I have a lot of gardening videos because that's what I did every day, all day. I raised animals and stuff like that here, but you're not gonna see that much of anything because this channel is called Life with Tashana. And life over here is like a box of chocolate. You don't never know what you get, what you're gonna get. And if you have anything to add to those things that I could possibly learn from, please, please help a girl out. You know, huh? Oh no, you ain't. You finna make me get loud with you on the live. Don't even play. um, but life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, but um we all benefit from learning. Each one teach one. Over here, we high class gardeners over here because we don't mess around with bugs, snakes, and worms. Um, and definitely no frogs either. And sometimes people show up in those forms, and we don't mess with those kind of people either. And we try not to throw them out in the trash. We try to, push them to the side and pray for them, because they need some extra special, help and stuff like that. And if that's the kind of vibe that y'all like and stuff like that, and we have all kinds of conversations and stuff like that. Sometimes we just be on the like we on the telephone over here, and then we start talking to each other, and however the conversation fall, that's how it fall, and we talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. Kind of like when you get on the phone with your girlfriend, and you start talking. That's the kind of vibe that we have over here. And if you're interested in that, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on all your notifications so you can be notified when we post a video. And and what you like, hit the like button on it, and we'll appreciate you for that. And just like that, you can become a high class gardener too. um I know you go through, because I have sickle cell. Yep, definitely. Blessings and miracles to you. Thank you very much. And now I'm in hospice. Jesus Christ. Well, it's not the end all be all. God got the last word to everything. And so, um, I'm sorry. But oh, I don't understand that. Feeding scary. Purple potatoes help with chemo, fam. Oh, really? Okay, Ken. Purple potatoes help with chemo. Okay, then. See, I ain't never heard of that right there. Now I'm willing to. That's something I'm willing to go and look up right there, Ken. Yes, sir. I'm willing to go and look it up. Are you going to share some more information? How does it help? How does it help with the chemo? Um, I was thinking about round 20 from what you said on your short video. I gotta go back and let me tell you something. Another thing that happens when you going through chemo, it's hard to remember everything. When I be posting those videos and y'all see me looking up when I be saying what the date is, today is, because in my mind, all my mind be saying is September, September, September. And I'm so annoyed with myself that that's all I hear in my head. And I know that it's November because before I start to do the video, I always look at what the date is because I just cannot remember like stuff. Yeah, there is a thing called chemo brain. So it's like where my before my memory is like an elephant. I can remember everything. And you can't tell me nothing. I argue you down to the ground. You ain't gonna get me to move or no nothing. I can remember everything. And I don't think this really affects my long term memory, but stuff like if I just got the information yesterday or something like that, I ain't gonna remember it. I ain't gonna remember. Some of it come across as womp 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 womp, and so these numbers getting like what number I'm on, what number I'm on. So sometimes I have to go back. Hey, Dolly, thank you for that flower. Thank you. Sometimes I have to go back to the video before to remind me of what chemo session I'm going to, because it ain't like when you go to chemo they saying, "Oh, you here for round 18 or 19." They ain't saying that to you. They ain't saying that to you. The only thing they worried about getting right is making sure they giving you the right medications and mixing all these different medications and stuff together. That's all they worried about. They ain't worried about what round that you on. So that ain't something that they remind you of when you go to chemo. I guess they will if you told them to, but I never ask them. I just basically count myself. So, but if I remember, I do think that I'm at like round 18. I think 18 or 19. I don't know, but we gonna know later. We'll know later. But it's somewhere close to those numbers, Marina. Hang in there, beautiful. Thank you, OG Beauty. What's happening, sister? Everything, Frank Rice, everything. What's the topic? We was talking a little bit about you know, going through chemo and cancer and all this. Max, you must love Forrest Gump. You need some shrimp gumbo and all of that stuff because you just can't quit typing it in the chat. God dang. Just over and over again, Forrest Gump. Really, really. Another one that try to come through. I guess he trying to call me Forrest Gump because of the way that I talk. I got like a country twang or whatever in my voice or whatever. Gotta gotta try harder than that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Life has definitely been unkind, but I keep pushing. Got no purpose, but but got no purpose, but I'm slowly dying. Ooh, Frank. And you definitely there's purpose. There's purpose in everybody. Purpose in everybody. Life has been unkind to me. I could be saying the same things that you say. I really can. I could be saying the same thing, but my life got purpose. It got to. It ain't for me. If I ain't looking for the purpose in what it is, then I don't got no reason to fight every day. I don't got no reason to. I done already been beat down into the ground already. So no, there's purpose. You are so kind and wise. I promise I'm not an awful kind of care. No, I ain't even think that, girl. I ain't even think that. We ain't gonna even say that. Every Karen don't deserve that stigma that comes along with that name Karen. I'm sure you are loved by many. No, I don't even think about that when I is, somebody that don't got that name can have that name, but no, I ain't think that. That's good. So sorry if I ain't believing God. Yep, absolutely. Hey, Dolly Bear, how you doing today? Hey, appreciate it, TT. Frank, it is what the truth is over here. And if you ain't got around enough people to know that you have purpose in life, you need to be careful of who it is that you be around, you know. And so, um, yeah, you have a purpose in life. That's for sure. Thank you, Dolly, for the floating hearts. Thank you, Dolly, for my flowers. Thank you so much. Sis, you got to start juicing with wax free fruit and vegetables. I need a juicer. I need a juicer. I don't have a juicer. So one of these days when I get one of them, then we going to start. And then there is no reason for me to juice with fruit that have wax on them because I grow my own fruit here. My husband was telling me earlier today that all of my mango trees are blooming. They all have blooms on it except for two of them. And I think probably the last time I counted my mango trees, we had 14 of them. So for two of them not to be blooming, that means we have 12 different, we have 12 mangoes, probably 6 different varieties that are all blooming. I showed y'all a video that we harvested 2 pineapples from back there. The strawberries will be back in the spring. What else we grow? Sometimes we grow watermelon and stuff like that. I got a pomegranate tree back there. Well, I got several pomegranate trees, but yeah, there's no purpose in me having no fruit with wax on them. So, yeah, I just need the juicer. And one of these days, I'm going to get me one. But, y'all, we've been live for 2 hours and I enjoy every bit of it with talking to you all. But I think this has been my time. I really appreciate y'all for coming through and joining Life with Tashana, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. But what I would ask for you all to is never ever stop growing. Continue to grow at all costs. Don't let nobody put you in a box. Cause in a box, even a flower will grow inside of a box, but it need to be opened up at some point for those leaves to get some sunshine and bust on out. So I want you all to continue to grow. And I give you all these words because I don't never know at what point and what time that the same words that I give to you all. Because somebody asked me today, is, oh, what happened to you? I know you got to be better than that because you were just teaching us. Yes, there are days that I can teach you all, but there are days that your teacher can be down just like you can. You ever been to school before and your teacher was having a bad day and you probably had to pat her on the back the way she patted you on the back? So some of the words that I give to you all, sometimes I may need those words back in return. To, give me a boost. And so that I can keep moving and grooving the same way that I encourage you all to keep on growing and growing and growing. Y'all have an amazing night, and I'll see y'all the next time with Life with Tashana. Keep growing.